What's going on, rest of the family? Welcome back to the channel. Why is the frame rate like Into the Spider-Verse? I am not Miles Morales. What is anyway, we're gonna continue. Okay. So I want to talk to you guys about something that as a wrestling fan I've been struggling with for the past probably 6 months, maybe to a year. I've been asking myself over and over, should you keep doing this particular thing or should you stop? Right? And if I stop, how will this affect my content, and will this close doors of opportunity that I may want to walk through in the future? And after some time of thinking about this, I just realized I don't care. I do not care. I didn't care in the beginning, and I definitely do not care now. I'm going to do what I feel like doing and be honest with myself. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I am saying that I will no longer be going to any WWE main roster PLEs or any, if not all, of the televised events. The only way you can see me as something like that is there have to be some 85% off coupon or someone had to have gifted it to me. That's the only way. And if there's an NXT show, maybe I'll be there, but outside of that, you're not going to see me at any of that stuff, right? So before I explain to you guys why I'm making this decision, I just want to make a couple of things clear. Number one, I don't know why y'all care, but I appreciate y'all for watching the video, so hit the like and subscribe button when you get a chance. But number two, this is not me trying to tell you guys what to do. If you still want to go to the WWE shows, if you still want to go to the events, have fun. I'm happy for you. But this is just what I'm not going to do anymore, okay? The other thing is, if I say some things here that describes other content creators, I want to make this abundantly clear. It is purely coincidental. This is all about me. I don't think or care about what other people are doing. This has everything to do with me. And number four, this decision has nothing to do with the creative because it don't bother me as much as it bothers other people. So let's talk about the main reason I'm deciding to do this, okay? And it's a very obvious reason, but it goes a little deeper than what you think, right? So as we've seen lately, TKO, Endeavor, WWE have been skyrocketing their ticket pricing out the normal everyday fans, right? And I'm not saying the normal everyday fans got to have a seat at the front row of every PLE. I would love for that to happen, but business wise, it doesn't make any sense. But the cost to get people just in the nosebleed section at some of these events, some people have to sacrifice a utility bill, a meal, or probably part of their rent, all that stuff. And I personally think that's ridiculous. Right? To get in the nosebleed section, it is crazy. It's crazy. Like, I went to the Panthers and Rams game with 5 people and it was cheaper than one ticket at the top at one of these PLEs. Believe me, I know. As you can see, I went to SummerSlam, WrestleMania, and Royal Rumble last year, right? So I personally think that pricing the fans out like that is messed up, bro. It's unfair. I get the business of it, but I think it's just thinking about all the people that would love to have an opportunity to go to these shows and they can't. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I've thought about doing raffles on this channel for PLE tickets and stuff like that. But when you look at the pricing of this stuff, it's really crazy. And on that topic, and I know you guys see the stuff in the back because I just pointed it out. For me as a person to come on this channel and complain about the pricing and how it's pricing out the fans, and then to turn around and pay for a ticket to go to those shows, it makes me feel terrible, bro. It makes me feel like a hypocrite. It's like, how can I complain about something that I'm going to pay for anyway? And whenever, honestly, the reason why I didn't do a vlog for the other 2 PLEs for WrestleMania and Royal Rumble is honestly because I felt bad. I did one for SummerSlam because someone kept telling me you should do it. But I felt, because it feels like for me, that when I go to these shows, if I pay for these events or whatever, I'm flashing my money in people's faces. Like, look what I can do that you can't afford. Even if that's not my intention, I feel like that's how it's coming across. And I hate the idea that could come off that way. I know that sounds weird, but just hear me out, right? Because I know how it feels to not have certain things. Like, when I was younger, we didn't have money. We was poor. At one point, we didn't even have a place to live. So I know what it's like to see other people and them just kind of, flashing these things out or whatever the intention is. And you feel like, dang, I wish I can do that one day. And I don't want to ever, even if it's unintentional, make anyone feel that way. I don't. I wish I could find a way to get other people at these shows. But because it's so expensive and me going, it just doesn't feel right to me. It really doesn't. Like, at the end of the day. And honestly, I feel like the money that could be spent on like a WrestleMania, especially in 2026 or whatever the case may be, I feel like I can use that money to maybe go to pay and send it to a charitable event. Maybe send it to donate it to some type of foundation or some wrestling school, or better yet, I can take one ticket to WrestleMania and go to multiple local independent shows and support the independent promotions that we have around the area. Because there are people out there who are wrestlers. They love pro wrestling. That is all they do. They put their body on the line and still working 9 to 5 and have never stepped foot in the WWE. So the amount of money they rake in may not be anything livable. And I know it's not our responsibility to make sure that they can have a ways to live on, but out of respect to the pro wrestling industry, the least I can do is really support, right? And I get that by not going to these WWE events, I'm not going to destroy the whole financial foundation of WWE, and Triple H is like, oh my God, here are these thoughts of not going to the show. Let's drop these tickets to $10. No, I don't think I have that type of power. I know if I don't go, someone else is going to replace me and pay for those tickets. But for me personally, again, I can't support something that I'm talking stuff about. That's not how I am. I just can't. I can't, right? And when it comes to these independent shows, I know my $20, $30, $40, $50 or whatever it costs to get in some of these shows isn't going to turn them into WWE overnight. But it feels good to know I'm contributing to someone who is working as hard as they can to do something that they dreamed of doing, that they love doing. And I'm supporting that. And maybe someone will see me and be like, hey, you know what? Maybe I should support my local promotions, my local indie promotions. And then some domino effect can happen where these people at some of these independent promotions can make a livable wage doing their dream job. Because I watch it, they put their bodies on the line, they entertain me. I have a channel based off of some things that they're putting their body on the line for every single day, right? Without getting any sores, without breaking any bones or anything like that. I feel like as a fan, that's the least that I personally could do. That's just how I feel at the end of the day. So for me, again, no more of those PLEs for me. If you guys want to go, that's perfectly fine. Again, I can't be hypocritical. I can't talk bad about them and then all of a sudden throw up at their PLEs. To me, that just sounds crazy. That's just crazy to me. But I will continue to watch Monday Night Raw. We'll live stream it tonight. Still be watching Evolve. I'll still be watching NXT. I'll still be watching the PLEs and SmackDown. If I see merch that I like, I will purchase it. But I will not physically be at these events. And I know it doesn't matter to people, but that's just, it is what it is. But let me know how you guys feel at the end of the day. Dang, I was ranting, bro. I was yapping today. But anyways, let me know how you feel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys tonight for Monday Night Raw with the Flex Zone podcast. Salute. Peace. Have a great day.